All right, welcome back. Welcome back. It is your boy Book Erban, and I would like to welcome you to a brand new episode of Erban Topic. This is Erban Topic episode 28, and today, gracing our platform and our presence is Miss Alison Fields. She is the owner and the organizer and operator of Luxury Voyage Travels, and we have been blessed to have her on our platform today. So, how you doing today, Miss Fields?
I am doing great, Kevin. I am doing great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna dive right into it, Miss Fields. So where are you from? And just describe a little bit about your upbringing.
Okay, all right, certainly. So I am from Augusta, Georgia, born and raised. So I've been here all my life. Other than, the moment I went off to college, Rome, Georgia for a little bit, went there, graduated, went there for 4 years, to college, Berry College. And my upbringing was great. I have two brothers, two sisters. There's other sister, she don't live in Augusta, she actually lives in Atlanta. Okay. So I grew up with my two brothers and one sister, but the other sister, like I said, lived in Atlanta, so I didn't really grow up with her. But, normal upbringing, went to elementary school, middle school, high school, then college, just normal. I was a great kid, I was smart in school, just great stuff like that, constantly in the paper for great achievements and stuff. So, yeah, that's pretty much how my upbringing was.
Awesome. Where did you go to college, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, I went to Berry College, and it's really called Mount Berry, Georgia, because this college has its own zip code.
Oh,
because,
really?
So it's one of the only colleges here in the United States that has its own zip code. It has 28,000 acres of land. So that's the reason why it has its own zip code, but it's right there in Rome, Georgia. So, yeah, I know if somebody ever heard me say that on this podcast and actually know the history of Berry College, probably check me and be like, hey, it's Mount Berry, Georgia. Why'd you say Rome? But I always say Rome so people can know where it's at.
Got you. That's awesome. We're going to definitely do our due diligence and research Mount Berry College. Thank you for putting us on, Ms. Fields.
Yeah.
All right, so moving right along again, you are a travel agent, but you have your own travel agency, is that correct?
Yes, I am an independent travel agent. My hosting company is IntelliTravel, so I do it under them, but I'm my own independent agent, yes.
Awesome. Where did you find your love for traveling?
Oh gosh, so as a kid, we always traveled. Most of the time with my aunt, because my mom, she had a disability, so my aunt would get me, my siblings and cousins and take us all kind of different places. And, we always enjoyed going somewhere different and new and exciting. So at that point in time, it just kind of made sense. If I'm going to travel, at least get paid to do it, right?
Yeah, definitely. It does make a lot of sense. It does make a lot of sense. It's a great incentive.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess it's kind of like a play on the second question I just asked. Like, what actually influenced you to just want to become, a travel agent or just join the travel industry as a entrepreneur? And I know like the incentive of, you being able to travel and you might as well make money from traveling. Is it anything else?
Yes. In Augusta, I noticed a lot of people don't get a chance to travel. And that was always concerning to me because it seemed like I was always going somewhere, and you always, some people make little comments, but, oh, Alison, you always going somewhere. You always doing something. You always posting this, that, and the other, but they never really got a chance to travel. And some people look at traveling and think it's expensive and just kind of make excuses around it. But I always tell them, at the same time, you can travel as much as you want to. You don't have to make a big long trip when you do it. You can do a mini weekend trip. So my goal with some people was this, at least to make you a small mini weekend trip, even if you're just driving to get to another part of Georgia to get there. If you don't want to fly or whatever to different places. Hey, there's many things to do in Georgia too, that a lot of people don't know about. So, if it's a mini getaway, I suggest do it. Everybody needs that break. So that's how I ended up getting it. I want to actually help people to be able to travel.
Awesome. Okay, so what was the thought process and some of the procedures that was behind when you created the Luxury Voyage Travels, and what made you actually become an independent travel agent for yourself instead of working for someone else's agency?
Well, in a way, I still kind of, I do follow the rules of IntelliTravel because they do have rules because they are my hosting agency. So I'm not solely by myself with doing this. They do train us and give us great things in reference to educating us on how to do this. my incentive is just to learn more about the travel industry, because for one, there's a lot of things that people don't know, and how they can get deals, discounts on certain things that they may not know about. And if you could find the savings here and find the savings there, you may as well just continue to learn about it, that help others, help yourself, and just educate people.
Okay. Awesome. Just speaking on some of your experience since you've been in the travel tourism industry, what different routes or different career paths can a person take if they were looking to just get into that same industry such as you?
Okay. So yes, there are a few career paths you can do. For one, and with IntelliTravel, with the company that I'm with, you can do two different things. You can either be a person that recruit people. Some people are more into the recruiting, because it's kind of and it's incentives for doing that. Or you can go into the side where you book travel for people. Or you can do both. I chose to do both because I do like to help people. Some people look at it and be like, hey, how can I become a travel agent? And I can definitely assist them with becoming a travel agent, because we do trainings on that a number of times out of the month. So that's pretty much, yeah. You can get into different niches with it. Some people like to do different focalizations, such as the wedding planning part. I haven't dove to that part just yet, but I do plan to get to it. But it's not hard or nothing like that. But it's just, I just haven't really had a moment to dove into, because no one has asked me yet to do a wedding one. Some people want to do, some people like to do different countries, different destinations and stuff like that. You can do things like that. Some people like different themes, like Disney, different things like that. So you can actually get trained to be a full Disney advisor. I am a Disney advisor. And it's good to be a Disney advisor, because really when you go on their website, it's a little hard to understand. So it's good to get a travel agent to assist you with doing that. So there's different niches you can get in as being a travel agent. So
Awesome. Great answer, Ms. Fields. Okay, so for people on the outside looking in who were just interested in like doing what you're doing specifically, doing a little bit of both or just doing one or the other, can you give an example of just the amount of potential income that a travel agent or a travel agency owner can bring in, like from this industry, from the travel and tourism industry?
Yes. So in all honesty, let's say you did nothing. Of course, you can start right at zero. So you can probably start at zero anyway. You got to build your clientele. So building your clientele, you can make from zero to millions. There's people in the business who definitely make millions, who are $1 million earners at it. I'm still trying to get to that $1 million spot. But yeah, you can definitely make some serious money with this.
Okay. That's awesome. I didn't even realize it. Is there any way? Now, this is a question for me, just like a sub question to the same question I just asked. Is there a way that just a travel agency or independent agent such as yourself can make like residual income from this travel tourism industry, like where they can have some income coming on autopilot in a sense?
Yes. So the fact that I'm with a hosting agency, the good thing about it is that even though, let's say something like, if you get everything set up, because we have like 8 different streams of income where you can do this, where it's autopilot. You can do the constant recruiting, and with the recruiting, as your recruit book travel, that's one way you're gonna make some income, because you get a percentage of that too. You also get retirement and cool stuff like that. So if something were to happen to you with all these 8 different ways you can get income, because you can get income like multiples of ways with this. Something were to happen to you, something like this, money can be left to your family, and it still can pay them after something happened to you. The money works after you stop. Okay. So it's a blessing. It's a huge blessing.
That's awesome. All right, so what are some of the benefits of booking with you specifically, Ms. Fields, as someone opposed to booking them trips online? And the reason that I asked that is because, we all experienced the effects of the pandemic, and when the pandemic happened, a lot of people started doing a lot of things themselves. But right. When it comes to a travel agent, like what makes going to a travel agent or using a travel agency so valuable today?
Wow, that's a really great question. I really do appreciate you asking that. For one, when you book with a travel agent, you're working with a professional, somebody who has the background in looking up different destinations and giving you other different offers that you may not have known about that may come along with that destination. Sometimes we can get you free food with your destination. We can get you not just at the hotel. We can get you free food outside in the city, wherever you're at. We can hook it up like that sometimes. Booking with a travel agent and us with the knowledge and you having that easy go-to person that you can talk to 24 hours a day. You can hit us up by text message. Some of my people hit me up by text message or email or however they want to do it, or pick up a phone and call me. That's the beauty of working with a travel agent. Some people do prefer to work on their own, but just know that there may be certain things that you may not know. You may not know or have the understanding of how travel insurance works. When you get to that back office or where you booking online, they give you that travel protection, but there's a difference between travel protection and travel insurance. So there's limitations with travel protection. So it's best to have that additional insurance because, hey, sometime, for example, fingers crossed, your luggage may get lost.
Tell them about it. Tell them about it.
Yeah, so who wants to go through that type of stress? Your medication might have been in their luggage. With travel insurance, they can pay you a certain amount of money for your loss. Hey, it may even come up to total more than what you actually lost, but of course you just let them know how much it was. As long as you got that protection and they pay you back for it, you'll be fine. So, some people did that travel protection at the end where it's offered, it's like $10, $12 or something like that. But actually, you actually do need a little more than that. You really do, because you just never know what can happen while you travel. You might even get sick. Yeah. You need some travel insurance for that because it covers some of that too. So, yeah. So that's the beauty of booking with a travel agent. We know the ins and outs and can definitely help you from beginning to end. There's no limit. We don't have it where, you call us at a certain time and, you can't necessarily reach us. You can always reach us. You definitely can always reach me because I definitely accept text messages and emails. So, and I check daily. So,
man, that's awesome. Just for that professionalism, like people want to, book with an agent when they're doing something big like that, when they're traveling, just for the professionalism, have a dedicated agent who they can reach out to, just a dedicated resource. I'm not even going to call you an agent. Just
right.
Resource. Anytime, during that process, and just more incentives. You have, opportunity to just learn and find out about more incentives that may be available to you. They can save you some money and make your trip more memorable. That's awesome, Ms. Fields. That's awesome.
Exactly.
So what are some obstacles that you may face, just by being or being an entrepreneur in the travel and tourism industry?
Right now, one of the obstacles is the fact that, a lot of planes have been canceling flights. Okay. So I haven't had that situation yet, thank God. But that is one of my strong concerns is the fact of flight cancellation, because you just never know how much of a headache that can be for somebody. That's just not something fun that people want to deal with, because people like stuff like right now. They don't want to wait for nothing. They don't want to be going. They want things to just be smooth. Yeah. So that is one of my concerns right now. One other slight concern is the fact that, not everybody has money for travel. So, and I understand that. So as a travel agent, of course, we can also take payments for you to travel and make it more affordable for you. Some people still kind of may see it as, maybe I don't want to do it that way. Maybe it's not affordable. I'll just wait till I get a lump sum of money. But at the same time, I just say, pay a little something toward it. Don't wait till you get necessarily a lump sum of money, because you can get started now. Some of these trips, you can start off with just paying $25. Hey, it's just up to you.
Wow. Okay. You look like you on top of your game, Ms. Fields.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. That's the thing about the travel agency. When we get different vendors who we work with, and we can work with some of everybody, they offer us things that they don't offer a regular person. So sometimes we can actually help you on that end, because, you may try to work it on your own, but there's certain things a travel agent can get to get it moving that you may not be, as a regular person, be able to do. A travel agent will be the one that has to do it for you.
Okay. That's great advice. That's a great resource and information you're giving us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this is something for the urban community. It's like a fun question. What are some of the most popular travel locations that your clients seem to book?
Florida right now.
Okay, I love Florida. I can't even lie. My favorite areas in Florida is near the Gulf side, though, on the western coast, like Fort
Really?
Myers, Destin, Naples.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to go where it's relaxed, that when ain't too much drama going on. I can just, go be myself and just lay low. You know what I mean? Just enjoy it and just enjoy the actual vacation itself. That's
Right.
crazy in Florida.
Yeah, definitely. I love Florida too. I can't even honestly tell you how many times I've been to Florida. I really cannot.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't even know. It's had to been at least over 20 times by now. I love Florida. I
yeah,
just love it.
yeah. Fall in love with it easy too. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. Okay. So
Hmm.
you already spoke a little bit about it, like some of the trips and some of the packages that you're able to offer. People can just start with just $25. So for someone with a small budget, what locations would you suggest for them to start looking for as far as a destination for their vacation?
But this is what I would say in all honesty. Some destinations are cheaper during certain seasons. Some of those areas are higher during certain seasons. Like in December, for example, I did have some people who wanted to. Well, actually, they started in October. They wanted to have do a trip in Los Angeles during spring break week time. And I had advised him, I said, hey, just let you know, spring break's a little bit more expensive. If you went sometime, maybe like, for example, not telling you where to go, but maybe in December, you're going to have a much cheaper rate.
Okay.
So certain seasons are definitely much cheaper. On Fridays, I try to offer to help people out. I try to offer what I call a $4.99 deal. For different destinations. And really what the $4.99 deal doesn't mean that it's $499. Doesn't mean it's naturally actually going to reach that amount. Sometimes it's much lesser than that. So I always call it a $4.99 deal. Some of those destinations I $250, $300, something like that. When I book for people, I prefer to put travel insurance and protection with their travel, just in case if something comes up. I just don't really want people to be taking that risk of having something get canceled or ruined for them or anything like that, because that's disastrous. So and a full disappointment. So that's what I usually try to book for my customers. Yeah.
Okay. Man, that's great advice. So anybody, long as you serious and long as you know what you're trying to do, it
Mm-hmm.
seems like Miss Fields that you do everything in your power to to help your people save the money and still have an enjoyable vacation that they deserve. That's awesome. That's awesome. There's some things that I definitely want to look for in my own travel agent. So you're doing a great job, Miss Fields. Thank you. Thank you. That's
Thank
awesome.
you.
Yes, ma'am. So, what are some helpful travel tips that people can use when they are planning to take a trip that you would suggest from your time and experience of being in this industry and just from your personal experience from traveling as well?
Travel tips. So I got quite a few travel tips for customers. First of all, research the area where you're going.
Smart.
Okay. One of the things people kind of miss and don't do is they don't check the weather. Check the weather and see what it's like during that season that you're trying to go. You don't want to be going when it's a wonderful thing, a hurricane season, all kind of crazy stuff like that. You want to avoid that at all costs. I mean, we can't determine when something necessarily is going to happen, but just kind of know the season of where you're going and what the weather is going to be like, so you can properly plan. I always advise people to take an umbrella with them.
Okay.
At least a small umbrella and some rain boots. You ain't got to have, like, for women, I don't know if men do it, but I know we can get those long rain boots. You don't necessarily have to get the long. We can get the short one, so you can keep, things where you can have more space when you're traveling. Try to travel light.
Yeah.
So I definitely suggest stuff like that. I would suggest to reach out to a travel agent. We are there to help you. Not there to hurt you. We're there for you. We got your back 100%. Don't be scared to work with a travel agent. Ask your questions. Ask all of your questions, okay? And make sure you're working with somebody that's knowledgeable. The thing about the travel agency business is that when we work with different vendors, we have to actually train to work with those vendors so we can get to know different ins and outs. So that's the reason why how we know a lot of stuff that maybe the public may not know. So definitely take that sweat off your back. Don't sweat it out trying to figure out travel, because I know some people hit me up, be like, Alison, I've gotten stressed out looking this up. Don't do it. Leave it to us. We'll do it.
Yeah, it definitely can happen. I done booked a couple of trips on my own myself, and yeah, it's a lot to keep up with, man. Having somebody on your side as a resource, as a 24-hour dedicated just person. I call it like a travel library, who you can just ask any questions and find out what you need. And they also just they working for you. You know what I mean? And so they represent their representation for you. You know, when you're doing this, when you're booking this, when you're spending your money in this industry. So yeah. Man. Yes. Okay.
Spend your money wisely in it. Yes.
Now this is my personal question for you, Miss Fields.
Okay.
You can travel anywhere in the world right now. Where would you go and for how long?
I would like to go to Spain for a week. I want to get engulfed in the culture over there.
Okay.
I want to eat the food. I heard the food is great. I really want to try it. I want to engulf in the culture and look at the beauty of the city. I mean, well, the country where it's at.
Dang, you can't beat it. Barcelona? You want to go to Barcelona?
I wouldn't mind.
Yeah. Okay. We're going to make it happen, Miss Fields. We're going to make it happen. Let's do it this year.
Yeah.
All right. So Miss Fields, on Erban Topic, I always ask all of my clients, all of my collaborators on the podcast, on this platform, to answer this question. It's about, since you're from Augusta, Georgia, your entire life. So I know you got a little insight. We're based out of South Carolina, but it's pretty much the same. We all family down here in the South.
Oh yeah.
What's one thing you love and one thing you dislike about being from the South? But for the thing that you dislike, can you give us a way that you would improve it to actually make it better or just make it progress?
Okay, certainly. So with me being from Augusta, one thing I love about the South is that we are different.
Okay.
We're different from any other part of the United States. We're good people down here. We try to be. We like people to be polite to us. We're very serious about that. We don't like rude people. We all share that in common, because we're quick to call you rude down here. If I could, I would like to take away, if there's something I didn't like about the South, I would say taking away the negative stigma. Okay. Sometimes certain mindsets are a little bit closed-minded. I would just advise people in those areas where you're closed-minded, or someone has personally told you that you're a little closed-minded, need to probably open up, explore those areas, because there may be some things that you may not know or fully understand about certain things.
Okay.
Certain cultures, just anything. So, don't be closed-minded, always be open-minded, because, this world is like pretty much an open book. You can learn anything. You got the intelligence. I don't care if you don't know how to read. You can hear, can't you? Listen to something, many books of course you can't read maybe, but you can listen to books. They have little apps where you can just actually, with a book, will read to you or something, learn something. That's all, that'll be something I would say. Yeah.
Open your mind. That's all right.
Yes.
I can agree with you on that as well. All right. So, we getting ready to close it out, but before we leave, how can people connect with you? How can people reach out to you? How can they find you, Miss Fields? And Luxury Voyage Travels as well.
Okay, certainly. So I am on Facebook. You can constantly see me on Facebook under the business name Luxury Voyage Travels, and that's travels with an S on the end. That's that southern side of me that put an S on everything. Yeah, this is my logo. Okay. Yeah, we like to add an S and an R to everything, even if it ain't there. So that's just the countryness. This is my logo, so you definitely know it's me.
Okay.
My website is AlisonFields.intellitravel.com, and I'm going to spell this out to you. Okay. It's ALISON.FIELDS. Excuse me, Alison is, it's not dot there. I'm so used to my email address being like that. I'm sorry. So it's Alison, ALISON.INTELLTRAVEL.com.
Gotcha.
And the reason why I'm looking at something while I do it, I'm better at spelling. When I'm llooking at something, I can spell. It's just, sometimes I just have to do that, but it's all good. My email address is alison.fields82@yahoo.com. And my phone number is 762-436-9836.
Got you, Miss Fields. Definitely when we get this out to the, to our urban community, to the rest of our audience, people are gonna be blowing you up. They're trying to get in contact with you. They're gonna be able to find you, and that's awesome that you left all your information so people can just know who you are and know where to go to get you. thank you so much for just joining our platform again, Miss Fields. I really appreciate you for taking your time today. It's really been grateful. I'm really grateful for having you on our platform and having you on our episode, episode 28. Do you have anything to share about your experience before we leave?
Yeah, first of all, I am so excited that you reached out to me. I really, really am. I had a lot of stuff going on. I was telling you about it. I do appreciate you being consistent and reaching out to me and being so professional every time you did it. I really, really do appreciate it. And you were so easy to reach out to. It's just, I was like, oh my gosh. I said, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I said, this guy is sharp. I like that.
Listen, I understand how it is, Miss Fields. So I understand as well. We all human. We really appreciate you giving us this information. You just dropped nuggets. You know what I mean? You made it, it's possible for people to really say, yeah, I need to go see a travel agent because they really may have something that I need instead of me trying to do this on myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I got one plug I want to put in, if that's okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, one of my niches is group travel. So I do have a group trip that's coming up for people in Augusta. And anybody want to come from South Carolina, they most certainly can, because some people have reached out for me from South Carolina. We're doing a Memphis bus trip to go to the National Civil Rights Museum.
Okay.
Spending time on Beale Street, because that's a very historical street in Memphis. We're going to the Memphis Rock and Soul Museum as well. The Stax Museum of American Soul Music, and it also some gaming at the casino down there. Okay. And this is a 6 days and 5 nights trip for June 12th to June 17th, 2023. And we're meeting that day, or we're meeting that Monday, June 12th, at 260 Bobby Jones Expressway, Augusta, Georgia. We're leaving out at 8 a.m. So if anybody is interested in joining on this trip with us, they most certainly can. Food is taken care of. We'll have them time to shop and all of that. Food is a part of it. The hotel stay is a part of it. It's a really great trip. I plan to do more group travel trips. I want to do one for Niagara Falls as well. I'm looking, trying to find a proper season that'd be best to go to that one sometime next year. So if anybody's interested in doing group travel, or if you want to create your own group travel and you want me to do something like that for you, or you want to participate in the one that I've already put together, or any of the ones I will be putting together, just let me know.
Awesome. And I do want to add in one more thing to you before I let you go. I seen that you was promoting some good things to do for the masters that get ready to come up in Augusta. Go ahead, give us that plug real quick before we leave this field.
Oh gosh, yes I am. So you've been checking me out. I appreciate that.
Yes,
so
ma'am.
I do book vacation homes too. So if you know of anybody that wants to come to Augusta during the week of the Masters, let me know, because we do book vacation homes. I do those as well, not just hotel stays, vacation homes, condo homes, anything like that. We got some nice places and some nice properties. So just let me know, reach out to me. And also got some master tickets and all that kind of cool stuff. Just let me know.
Okay. Like you starting to sound like you plugged in, Miss Fields, like you got it all.
You know what, as a travel agent, actually we do it all. We can book yachts, we can do it all. I can book yachts and all of that. I mean, it's a lot to talk about, but I can do it all. Okay. I can do it all. No limit.
That's awesome. Well, I think this has been, a great episode for Erban Topic. This is episode 28. It's been graced with our presence from Miss Alison Fields of Luxury Voyage Travels. We really appreciate you coming through, Miss Fields. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And
that'll be all, man. We out.
Thank you. Appreciate